Greetings, math fans. All right, so today we are going to write equations, and I'm going to actually give you a point, and I'm going to give you a slope. All right, that's the two things I'm going to give you. Give you a point and give you a slope. So this is, again, writing equations given a point and slope. Okay? It's actually pretty easy. So here's the deal. Everything is based off of y equals mx plus b. Okay? It's all based off of that equation. You got to know that equation. So all our equations are going to be written y is equal to 2x plus 3, y is equal to 1 half x minus 7, etc. Okay? Got two special cases, but we'll get to that right at the end. All right, so here's the deal. Let's just start with an example. If you're given, oh, by the way, let's just talk really quickly. M is your slope, right? B is your y-intercept, which is really what we're going to find. We're going to find B. That's kind of the main goal. And then your x and your y, these two, they're going to be given as a coordinate, x comma y. That's a coordinate. Okay? And so basically, you're going to be given a point and a slope. You're going to plug three things in, and you're going to solve for B. That's our goal here. So our goal is to find the y-intercept. And then write an equation, of course. Okay, so let's start out with the problem. If I said the point was 2 comma 5, and my slope was negative 3. So literally, you are going to plug in to y equals mx plus b. This is your x, this is your y, this is your m. So plug everything into y, m, and x, and then we're going to solve for b. Okay, it's all you do. It's really not difficult, guys. Not difficult at all. So let's plug it in. Y equals mx plus b. So y is 5 equals m, which is negative 3, times x, which is 2, plus b. Okay? And then multiply it out. So 5 equals negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, plus b. And then how do you get rid of that negative 6? I add 6 to both sides. So I get b is equal to 11. Okay, so you're 99% of the way done. Now your final answer is y equals m, which is given, negative 3x, and then plus 11. And that's your final answer. Okay, so you use the y and the x in the equation from giving you guys a point, but your final answer is going to be a y. It's going to have a y and an x in it for most cases. We're going to get to that in a little bit. Okay. All right. So let's do a few more examples here, because I know some of you guys are going, "What the heck did he just do?" All right. So again, if I'm going to give you a point of negative 3 comma 4, and the slope is 4. Right? So you're going to plug in y, which is 4. Let's make it 4. Let's make it 5. So then it's a different number. Okay, so it's going to be y, which is 4, equals m, which is 5. So I'm going to write this out here. Y equals mx plus, and again, we're solving for the b, but we're going to plug in all the stuff. So if I color code this, I could do that. That's kind of interesting. This is your x, this is your y, and this is your slope. So here it is, y equals, I'll do that in black, y equals m, which is that 5, times x, and x is negative 3. So I just literally plugged in all the stuff that I was given. That's right. So this, math fans, was given right here. This was given. Okay. And I'm going to plug all that into here. So y equals mx. And now we say plus b, because I don't know what b is. plus b. And that's what I have to solve for, b. Okay, so let's multiply it all out. So we get 4 is equal to 5 times negative 3 is negative 15 plus b. So how do I get rid of the negative 15? I add 15 to both sides. So b is equal to 19. And that's my equation. Y equals, so I'm literally going to use this, except I'm going to now plug in my m, and I'm going to plug in my b. The x's are the same, so we're going to keep that. So let's keep that. So here's y equals mx plus b. So y equals mx plus b. So you're always going to have this. Well, I shouldn't say always. For now, for the next few minutes, okay? So y equals something x plus b. Well, again, you're given the m. M is provided to you, so you just fill it in, right? So 5 is your m. And what's b? Well, we just figured it out. B is right here. So plus 19. And that's your answer. Y is equal to 5x plus 19. Okay? Well, it's not bad. Let's keep doing a few more here now because I think you're hopefully getting used to it. So if I said my slope is 1/2 and it goes to the point 4 comma negative 1. So again, y equals mx plus b. That's your y, that's your x, and that's your m. And I'm solving for b. So y, let me write this out here. So y equals m times x plus b. Okay, and then I just multiply it out. So negative 1 is equal to 1/2 times 4 is 2 plus b. And I subtract 2 from both sides, and I get b is negative 3. So here we go. Y equals m x plus b, or in this case, minus 3. And that's your final answer. Okay? It's not bad, right? I'm giving you a slope, I'm giving you a point. You plug it all in to get b, and then you rewrite it again with your y and with your x and the equals, of course, in there. Okay, and you're filling this in, but that's given, so you don't have to do any work for that. And this is what you found. That's the only work you actually did, is found the b. Okay? Okay, let's keep going here. How about m is negative 2, and it goes to the point 3 comma 6. Okay, so y equals mx plus b. So y equals mx plus b. So let's plug it in. So y is 6. So 6, y equals m, which is negative 2, times x, that's x is 3, plus b. So 6 equals negative 6 plus b, and I add 6 to both sides. So b is equal to 12. So my equation is y is equal to, here's your slope, negative 2x, here's your b, plus 12. Okay? All right, it's not too bad. Let's do a couple more here. Make sure you guys are good to go. Kind of go a little faster now. Your slope is 2/3, and it goes to the point 6 comma negative 1. Okay, so y, negative 1, equals m 2/3 times x, which is 6, plus b. Okay, multiply 2/3 times 6, so negative 1 is equal to, that gives you 4 plus b. Put that in your calculator if you want. Okay, and then subtract 4 from both sides. So b is negative 5. So y is equal to 2/3, which is your m, x minus 5. Okay, not bad. Let's do one more, and then we're going to need to kind of special cases here. Your slope is negative 6, and it goes to the point negative 2 comma negative 1. So y, which is negative 1, y equals m, which is negative 6, times x, which is negative 2, plus b. So negative 1 equals 12 plus b. Subtract 12. So b is negative 13. Okay, there we go. So y equals negative 6, x minus 13. Okay, that's pretty easy, right? Not bad at all. Okay, so I got two special cases here, math fans. One is when the slope is 0. So if you guys remember, when we did a problem before, when the slope was 0, it looked like this. So let's say the slope was 0 and it was going to the point 2, 4. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going through this point and the slope is 0. Now remember, slope of 0 is a horizontal line. And if you guys can remember, what is the equation of the horizontal line? Hopefully you do remember it's y equals. And y equals a number. And what does y equal in this problem? Look at the coordinate. This is your x and this is your y. What does y equal? Y does equal 4, and that's the answer to that problem. Y equals 4. Okay, when the slope is 0. I call these BAM problems. The reason I call them BAM problems is because you should look at it and figure it out really fast. Okay, this has no x. Notice that. This is not y equals mx plus b. It has no x in it. It's just y equals 4. Okay, if the slope is 0. I cannot stress it enough. When y is 0, when slope is 0, it's automatically y equals a number. And then you just have to look to see what y does equal. In this case here, it equals 4. So y equals 4. Okay? So real quick, let me do another one here. If I said the slope is slope is 0. Whoa. Slope is 0 and it goes to the point 4, negative 13. I know it's going to be, and you have to memorize that. Y is equal to, what does y equal? Oh, negative 13. Okay, we're done with the problem. That's it. That's so easy. So these, again, I call these BAM problems. I'm going to write this out in bold. I call them BAM problems because they're fast. Okay, there's no calculation involved. When I say the slope is 0, you go, oh, it's a y equals. Oh, what does y equal? Oh, negative 13. Oh, okay, there we go. Y equals negative 13. Okay? So that's y equals. Let's look at x equals. So if the slope was undefined, remember undefined is like 4 over 0, which you don't leave it that way. You say, oh, it's undefined. So when the slope is undefined, that's another special case. Okay? And remember, this is an undefined slope like this. And if you guys remember from graphing it, what type of equation is this? This is, let me do this in bold, this is an x equals equation. Okay? And so let me give you a point now. If I said, this was 1, 2, 3, let's say this was 3, 0. And it's an undefined slope, you would say x equals, well, what does x equal? 3. And that's your answer to that problem. So it goes to the point 3, 0, and it's undefined, so 3, 0. Okay? All right, let's keep going here. So again, that's another BAM problem. So again, if I said it goes to the point negative 6, 2, and it's an undefined slope. So m equals undefined. You're going to say automatically, oh, Mr. Curvis, x equals. I know it's undefined, so x equals. And then I'm going to say, well, what does x equal? And you're going to go, oh, negative 6. Okay, that's your equation. Okay? So there are two special cases here. You have a 0 slope, so this is when slope equals 0, and then you have the slope equals undefined. Okay, so let me just give you a point for both of them. If I said negative 2, 6, and I said the slope is 0, you would automatically say, oh, y equals. What does y equal? 6. That's the answer to this one. And then the slope is undefined, you would go, oh, x equals. Well, what does x equal? Oh, negative 2, and you're done with the problem. Okay, so again, these are your special cases. Right, so there's special cases, so you guys have to know if its slope is 0 or it's undefined, you have to know it's either y equals or x equals. Okay, so let me just do another one here. What if I said the slope is 0 and it goes to the point negative 8, 17? Well, you should go, oh, slope 0, y equals. Because remember, y equals is an upside down h for horizontal line. And you guys should know a horizontal line looks like this, like the horizon, right, looking across, and the slope is 0. Okay? So kind of going back to our problem, if I give you this information, you should say, oh, bam, Well, y equals. What does y equal? Oh, 17. Okay, here, slope is undefined. You should know that it looks like this. Okay, I'm going to give you a point of -6 comma -1. And the slope is undefined. That means I know it's going to be x equals. And what does x equal? -6. Okay? So we have really 3 kinds of problems I can give you. And I'm going to actually do one of each. Okay? So I'm going to split this into 3 columns here. So the first kind of problem is if I tell you the slope is -3 and it goes to the point -1 comma 4. The next problem is going to be m is equal to 0 and it goes to the point -6 comma 2. And the next one, m is equal to undefined, and it goes to the point 4 comma -7. Okay? Those are the 3 kinds of problems you're going to have when I give you a slope and a point. The first one is actually the most difficult because it's not a BAM problem. It's, you got to do a little bit of work. You got to find b. So if you guys remember, you're just doing here's your equation, y equals mx plus b. And so you're going to find b. You're going to plug in y, m, and x into it. So y, which is 4, equals m, which is -3, times x, which is -1, plus b. So 4 is equal to -3 times -1 is 3, plus b, I subtract 3 from both sides, b is 1. So my answer to this problem is y is equal to -3x plus 1. That's it. Okay? And again, I'm giving you m, so that's like half the battle. You just need to figure out what b is. Okay? Not bad. Next one. Man, you better look at this baby and go, oh, bam! Slope is 0. Oh, I know it's y equals. Oh, what does y equal? 2. Done with the problem. What? Done? Yep. All right. Because it's pretty easy. Okay, the last one. Slope is undefined. Bam! So it's x equals. It's undefined. What does x equal? 4. Done with the problem. What? Okay? So that first problem is the longest one because you got to find b. And then after that, it's fast. It's y equals. Look at the coordinate. Y equals 2. The next one, y equals, or m is undefined. Look at the coordinate. X equals 4. And you're done with the problem. Okay? So that's it, man, fans. That's given a point and a slope to come up with an equation. Obviously, all the way on the left, that's an equation in point or slope intercept form. And the other two are just kind of your special cases. Just, you know, y is equal to and an x is equal to. Okay? That's it, man, fans. Hopefully you are good to go with the stuff, and you have an outstanding day. Adios. Goodbye.